Machine defender. So you want to walk in here and call me a hoe? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Lane Kiffin's imminent departure from Ole Miss was an ugly divorce. Part of me feels sorry for the dozens of Ole Miss fans that are actually dedicated to this program, because what you experience this season, that will likely never happen again. And I'm not talking about the ugly divorce with your head coach. I'm talking about success, winning. A couple of months ago, I actually warned Ole Miss fans about this. I told you guys, if you don't start supporting this team, if you don't start showing up to home games, if you don't walk your lazy ass across campus to watch the game, Lane Kiffin is going to dump you. Now, to be fair, would sold-out stadiums have prevented Lane Kiffin from leaving for LSU? Probably not. But when you have no leverage, when you have a head coach that has elevated your program to unprecedented levels of success, you want to give him every reason not to leave. You don't want to give him any reason to get the hell out of there. Yesterday afternoon, it was announced that Lane Kiffin was leaving Ole Miss for LSU. Now, to their credit, LSU did give Lane Kiffin 91 million reasons to leave. They gave him a 7-year contract worth $13 million a year, which makes Lane Kiffin one of, if not the highest paid coach in college football, which is great. It's great. Good for Lane Kiffin and his family. But this could be a decision that Lane Kiffin ultimately regrets. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. You know, winning a championship is rare. The vast majority of coaches are not Nick Saban or Bill Belichick. The vast majority of coaches, they are not winning multiple championships. Hell, they're not winning a championship. Sean Payton's one of the best coaches in the NFL. He's made it to the Super Bowl once. Steve Spurrier, thought of as one of the best coaches in college football history. Steve Spurrier, in all his decades of coaching, won national title. Opportunities like this are rare, and Lane Kiffin passed on his opportunity to win a national championship for money, and I hope he doesn't eventually regret it. Ole Miss has a real chance, or Ole Miss had a real chance to win it all this season. Lane Kiffin tried to play the good guy on his way out. He pretended to want to coach his team through the playoffs, even though he was signing with LSU. But according to Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss would not allow it. Yeah, no shit. You don't get to announce your departure. You don't get to announce that you're leaving the job and just stick around for the next couple of months. Lane Kiffin tried to throw Ole Miss under the bus in a statement on Twitter. I wanted to keep coaching. I wanted to be there for my players. And my boys, they wanted Uncle Lane to coach them in the playoffs, so they had a real opportunity to win. But those bastards at Ole Miss, they wouldn't allow it. It's all their fault. No, this is your fault. You decided to leave. You decided to flirt with other programs with a month left in the regular season. You decided to listen to offers from Florida. You decided to sign with LSU. You made the decision to abandon your team in the middle of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially for these kids, the players. You made the decision to take that opportunity away from those players so you could make $91 million. To make matters worse, You gave your assistants, a lot of your staff, an ultimatum. They had to decide yesterday to either join you at LSU or coach Ole Miss through the playoffs, and their offer to join you at LSU would be off the table. Like I said, I hope Lane Kiffin doesn't regret any of this. But these things just have a weird way of biting you in the ass. The way you treat people, it has a weird way of turning your own ass into a flaming ass fire. Lane Kiffin better be ready because he's not in Ole Miss anymore. Coaching at Ole Miss is relatively easy. There's no pressure to win. People don't really care about the program. National media is not paying attention. You win 8, 9 games, you're a hero. You have an unprecedented season like this season, and you're the hottest coach in the country. This is pretty much a stress-free job, but now Lane Kiffin is stepping into the national spotlight. Now you're stepping into one of the most high-profile jobs in the country. There are no more excuses. There will be expectations to win next year. Winning 10 games, not going to cut it. Making it to the first round of the playoffs, no bueno. When you take the job at LSU and the $91 million that comes along with it, it is national championship or bust. Plus, you're no longer the underdog. At Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin was the lovable underdog. No one is circling Ole Miss on the schedule. Hell, their supposed biggest rival, Mississippi State, they cared so little about the Egg Bowl last Friday, the stadium was damn near empty. Now, you're going from being the hunter to being the hunted. You're going from being the underdog to the heavy favorite. Every week, teams are either looking to upset LSU or keep them down. So I hope Lane Kiffin knows what the hell he's doing. I hope he's ready. At Ole Miss, he could have been set for life. Easy job, good money, no pressure. If you make it to the playoffs every 3, 4, 5 years, great. If you don't, they still love you. Lane Kiffin walked away from a good chance to win a national championship to accept one of the highest pressure jobs in this country. I hope it was worth it. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.